astrology and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for physical or psychiatric health care. If this is an emergency situation or you are in crisis, please do not defer your wellness to readings or horoscopes. Seek situation-appropriate, qualified assistance instead. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for July 2022. And just a quick heads up, I am aware that Jupiter is turning retrograde at the very end of the month, but I want to cover that in one of my big deep dive videos, so stay tuned. That'll be coming certainly before we get to the end of July. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to your month of July? We'll start with the Sun, bringing special focus, highlights, attention, enhancement, and support to you. The Sun is in your sign. Happy birthday, Cancerian people, through the 22nd of the month. And when the Sun is in our sign, there is going to be a marked increase in a lot of systemic, environmental, and atmospheric changes going on around you, which are drawing in a lot of new contacts, a lot of new opportunities, as well as a lot of new resources and tools for you to change all areas of your life at once, right? It's a new year for you. The Sun in your sign is putting you in a space where you are also getting a chance to increase the value of what you get back from a lot of your hard work, how you are putting yourself out there to be seen, to be received by the world. You may be finding that you are getting set apart in a lot of group, professional, family, spiritual, or creative situations in a good way in order to be able to transform the way you are not only received by the world, but again, increase the value that you are getting back from it. With the Sun in your sign, this is also a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to take on a completely different journey, something that you maybe have hoping to segue out of the path you've been on into. What is it that you want to bring forth into being, into the physical, out of the realm of fantasy, out of the realm of journaling, out of the realm of, intentions with no physical grounding? This is going to be a time where a lot of that attention, enhancement, and support for those very desires is going to present. And so, as with all astrology, of course, we have to get active, we have to get engaged. We can't sit back and just wait for the planets to do all the work. That's a fool, that's fool astrology. Make sure that you are taking full advantages of the gifts that are coming your way, especially when it comes to opportunities for you as well to become a more prominent leader and influence on all other areas of your life, because all eyes will be on you. After the 22nd, we've got the Sun entering Leo for the duration of the month, and all of that special focus is going on to your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. This is a time where you are becoming the big person on campus when it comes to your job, your field, your industry. And we talk about getting more value out of anywhere the Sun goes. You're going to be finding that the work that you provide, or maybe the market that you are in, the field that all of your efforts are going into, is also becoming a lot more prominent. With the Sun in the second house, you may be noticing a lot of environmental and atmospheric shifts going on, not only when it comes to things like trends, but also office interactions, transactions themselves, interviews and meetings, which are going to be offering you ways to start getting more out of what you bring in terms of financial reward. So there could be a lot of raises coming up here, not only as we close up, going into the last week or so of July, but even going into August for a lot of you Cancerian people, bringing a lot more creature comforts into your life, making it easier to do your work, easier to advance your craft. Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and that obstacle clearing driving force, is entering Taurus on the 5th of July and will be there well into August. This is your 11th house of friendships, social networking, right? The platonic support system, the guys, the girls, your fellowship, as well as your highest goals and highest ambitions. With Mars here, when we talk about our highest goals and ideals and ambitions, we're talking about not only our bucket list, but things that we want to do, things that we've always wanted to try our whole lives, our biggest goals for ourselves and maybe our crew, so to speak. With Mars here, there is this elimination of a lot of obstacles that may have stood in your way in order to help you achieve those goals, in order to make it so. Whether these be maybe obstacles that were set up in the environment, maybe policies or standards, things that would have been very difficult to step over or maneuver through. This is also a time where you may be finding that a lot of your friends and allies are really showing up for you, especially in situations where it is necessary for you to have all hands on deck. This is also a time where a lot of obstacles that may have come in your way or blocked some kind of ideal or ambition from coming forth into being, it's also getting cleared out. However, with Mars in the 11th house, this is also a time where we are breaking down obstacles and barriers between you and having the right community, the right friendships, whether it's the BFF, even though that's technically more of a 7th house thing, or this is more of a tight-knit squad. If you are looking to maybe get yourself into a situation where you have a stronger friendship network, something very, very personal, very, very involved, Mars is helping you do that by clearing away what stood in the way of having that sense of found family. However, Mars is not really one that is very patient for superficial or fake friendships, and there could be some points throughout the course of this month where while you are becoming a lot tighter with certain people, a lot of people that never really belonged or were never really genuine or true blue are getting shoved the hell out by this Mars influence. And, sometimes in order to know what is and what is not real, constructive conflict is necessary. Constructive conflict can bring you closer to people, and it can drive the people that just don't belong, can't hack it, never belonged, right on out of your life. We've got Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection, in Gemini through the 17th of the month. This is your 12th house of your past, the privacy zone, hidden zone, old business, and things that don't come out into the light of day. With Venus in the 12th house, this is a time where a lot of you Cancerian people are getting a chance to reconnect with people as well as pursuits and old paths that you had lost touch with or had drifted away from for whatever reason. We may be finding a lot of gifts coming to us from the past, whether these are from old friends, family members we lost touch with. Some of you may even find, if you are in an existing relationship or you are married, that romantic partnerships are going back to a happier era. And this may be something that you and a partner or you and a spouse have desired to do. Maybe we feel like we've come down a certain road. We want to get back on a road we used to be on, a few years ago. This is going to give you a chance to do that, revitalize maybe an old love language, an old favorite pastime. This is also a time for those of you who are maybe single or available to new people to explore a relationship with somebody new or maybe somebody familiar, or maybe even somebody from the past, but it does tend to start discreet in the 12th house. So this may not be something that we, kind of share with the neighborhood or share with the family or share with the office right away. But it's definitely an opportunity to explore some unexplored chemistry. After the 17th, Venus moves on into your sign for the duration of July and going on into August. And you are becoming a love, favor, and popularity magnet. And because Venus is in your sign, you get that wild card blessing. What is it you would like to magnetize towards yourself through the duration of July and going on into August? If you have any kind of favors you would like to ask, or maybe propositions you would like to make in order to custom design or transform the way the world is working around you, how people are engaging with you, how you are being received. This is going to be the time where people are the most receptive. This is also a time for bringing in a deeper level of intimacy into your love life, especially when it comes to fulfilling a lot of personal desires. In fact, Venus in your sign is a time where you are being encouraged to be a little bit more inwardly focused, maybe not full on like selfish, right? High maintenance doesn't mean high value or high worth. That's a broken philosophy. I'm not saying do that. But I do think that with Venus in your sign, you're also getting a chance to treat yourself to things that you have put off treating yourself with. Things that you have maybe sacrificed or procrastinated for others, you can now give yourself. We have Mercury, the planet of communications, speed, and productivity in your sign from July 5th through the 19th of the month. This is all about speeding things up that have become sluggish in your life. When we have Mercury in our sign, we're getting a chance to accelerate works in progress that have been going way too slow to amount to what we desire, or to, maybe pay off what they could pay off or meet their potential. Whether these are personal projects, something that you're doing with your career, maybe something that you would like to change with your education or your vocational training. Where have we taken too long to maybe meet the goals that we've set for ourselves? Are we here to catch up for lost time with certain dialogues, certain communications? This can also be a time where a lot of you are also getting the opportunity to speed up maybe the fruition or the attainment or accomplishment of some kind of aspiration you have set for this year, whether this is something as simple as a New Year's resolution, or something that you would have liked to actually have all done and taken care of by the time we reached December. Mercury in your sign is a beautiful, beautiful blessing, because you can also work with this to speed up things that are going slow that involve other people. Sometimes we have to replace certain people. Mars in Taurus is also pushing for that too. But anything where progress has been halted, or it's been going so slow it might as well not be moving at all, we are getting a chance to finally accelerate it. We are getting a chance to push it forward into being. After the 19th, we've got Mercury entering Leo for the duration of the month and going on into August. This is that second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And with Mercury in the second house, we are speeding up the acquisition of wealth. Because Mercury in the second house is all about not only getting us into a space where we are a lot more comfortable and better equipped to make better moves with our lives on and off the job, but this is also a time where the income avenues that you have are actually going to be paying you out more quickly. If you're used to waiting for money to come from certain things at a certain, rate or whatever, Mercury is saying, no, it's coming faster, it's coming faster, it's coming faster. We're completing a lot of assignments or a lot of projects all the more quickly and efficiently, so that that money also adds up very, very fast. It can be a little busy, especially as we get it to the end of July, because you may notice that a lot of transactions are occurring all at once, but they're very uncomplicated with Mercury here, right? If it's complicated, it can't really be all that efficient. That's always, that's kind of a rule across the board. And sometimes we need to be ready to work with a lot of activity, a lot of kinetic engagements that are going on here. But again, they're so fast and they're so simple, you're really going to be raking it in. This is also a time where speeding up transitions that you've been looking to make, whether it's moving into a new job, moving into a new division, a new department, or maybe even getting ready for retirement or some kind of big career jump or vocational jump, is also going to be a lot more quick and a lot more smooth. So if you have been thinking about that, but you haven't really been putting the work in, Mercury is going to help you get current, caught up, and ahead. We've got a full moon in Capricorn on July 13th, opening up a 2-week window period of influence from the 13th of July, running on up to about the 27th, 28th of July, depending on where you live in the world. And with a full moon in your 7th house of partnerships, this is your closest one-on-one connections. This is the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all of the people you spend your closest one-on-one time with or have your closest one-on-one arrangements with. A full moon is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And so there is this point in between the 13th of July and the 27th, 28th of July, where a partnership, whether it be a business partnership, a best friendship, a close, sibling connection, or maybe a relationship that is romantic or a marriage, is getting a chance to get off the road it has been on. And with a full moon, this can change the destination of a partnership. We might be bringing an end to a certain goal or a certain relationship arrangement. We may be eliminating something from our 7th house that has no longer served us in some way. A lot of you may find that because of the culminations and transitions going on here, a lot of relationship stories, partnership stories, alliance agreements, collaborative agreements are also coming up to be closed and turned over. So a lot of you Cancerian people are going to be doing a lot of reinvention work as well as we get to the second half of the month. Now, this can, yes, bring endings to certain involvements or certain alliances, including contracts, especially if they've been long-standing. But the important thing to remember is this is about reinvention of yourself as an individual and, of course, the terms of any commitments you have going on. And it's perfectly normal, right? When we talk about long-term alliances, business partnerships, marriages, and relationships, you are going to have 5 or 6 different kinds of relationships with that particular person or those involved, right? If you're the same person year 1 as you are year 30, something is very wrong. So this is very natural. We have a new moon also to close up here, because we always close up with our lunations, which is occurring on the 28th of July, opening up a 2-week window period between the 28th of July going up to about the 10th or 11th of August. This is in your 2nd house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And this is producing a new job opportunity or a new income source opportunity for you. So those of you who have been job hunting or you are looking to get a new income avenue set, something that's going to be more primary, or some of you who may have been looking for some kind of way to jump onto a higher role, though it may not be higher in status, but higher in compensation in your field, this is going to be the window period where a lot of opportunities to get that set will present. So that is what I've got for you, Cancerian people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.